to Susanna J.
Thank you, Bobby. We will see you in about 14 minutes. And here's what's going to happen in 14 minutes. If you're on the line, we haven't mentioned it in a while. Here's our today's special. We did our last look like an hour and a half ago. I just want to show you it one more time. It is a magnificent bracelet. And in 14 minutes, it's going to jump up to, what's the full price on it? I cannot remember.
It's like 189.
Yeah, 189 from 149. And it's got this great hinge, but I'll show you. There's this, that's Sleeping Beauty Turquoise. And this is
229. It's going to go up to
it's going to jump to 229 because from 149 to 229, yeah. $80 because you decided after midnight to pick this up. So when you see Bobby, Emma Som, then this will jump up $80. So if you were kind of on the fence, you're not sure how today's special works, when we do hit
even
midnight,
at that price, would still be a fair price.
Amazing, amazing. All right. Now this is beautiful because this really, again, goes in a whole different direction. I love, Jade, this time. You really kind of went a little darker, a little deeper. Oh, look at those pretties. Oh my gosh, look what I have in my hand.
You know what this is?
Hubei.
This is, okay, this is old Hubei,
cool.
right? Okay, now these are out of my private collection. Okay, so, wow. But this is the material that was mined during this area. All the turquoise that you're seeing in here was mined in the late 70s and early 80s at best. And then they went in and they closed the area down because it became unsafe. But the only reason I have this rough is I had a friend that went on a two-year program, and he would go to all these little mining towns in Hubei. And they would know he was in town. He would stay at the local hotel, if you can call it a hotel. I've stayed in some of them. That's another story. Okay, so this is 60 inches. 60 inches, right? So it's, what, 5 feet? 5 feet of turquoise. I have friends that aren't 5 feet tall. Okay, this is 5 feet of genuine Hubei turquoise. Oh, cool. Think of everything you can do with this. And again, this has become famous now. But what he did, this is all out of mines that were mined in the 70s and the 80s.
So you can't get it anymore.
You can't get it anymore. These are out of my private collection. I have all, you know, one of the things I do is one of these days, when
you could open a museum. You really
one of these
days,
it's not that. One of these days, I am going to take photos, and I'm going to, you know, have specimens and different, especially with turquoises, different things that I've had, just like tropical Amazonite, different things that, you know, you're not going to see them. You're not going to get it. They're not making any more of that, right? Those are all specimens. This right here, you get 60 inches. This is genuine Hubei turquoise. For people who don't know, Hubei is what started the craze in China. And guess who started it? Most people don't know this. I'll give you a little bit of facts. All Americans. Americans.
Really?
It was American turquoise miners that went over, and there was rumored, okay, in the 70s, late 60s, early 70s, it was rumored that there was turquoise in China, right? And this is before China really opened its borders, right? You know, China, you know, just, you know, it hasn't been that long. Most people don't realize it's been less than 60 years since they opened it up, right? It's where you could even go into it at all, where they allowed any foreigners or anybody to actually have access to the country. So when they opened it up, there was, you know, one of the first things that came up. Who developed it? Now, I'm not saying in ancient times, you know, the Chinese actually mined turquoise, but they put it in art. They didn't put it in jewelry.
Oh, interesting.
They mainly put it in art. Okay, but in the late 60s, early 70s, there was rumored, and people started seeing samples and specimens coming out of the Hubei region. They were the ones that started the whole turquoise mining thing. And what happened was, American miners, they saw it. American lapidarists, they had no clue. They had no way of knowing or doing anything. They didn't know anything. They're the ones that went up. They mapped it out. They're the ones that actually started the mining of it. They're the ones that actually showed them how to mine it.
Really?
And everything. Yeah, it was all Americans who started it.
A update, it's going to sell out. I just want to show you, it has a sterling silver clasp. So how you see Kate working it, how I'm knotting it, how I've done the layering here is because the clasp is on there. So if you're worried you could just only wear it one way, you can wear it a ton of ways. I kind of love this, Jay. I knotted it. There's so much to work with. You could do a lot of things with it.
It's 60 inches. 60 inches.
60 inches.
And it still has the hook and the shepherd's hook, right?
On the back. Yeah.
So even on top of that, so you could, you know, it depends on the thickness of your neck. You can maybe even make this into like a 5-strand. You can wrap this around. But this whole thing, this finding right here, gives it a whole nother dimension of what you can do with it.
Yeah, because it makes it so easy. You don't have to try to put it over your head.
And these are all the nuggets, and all we've done is ground them. But you have all the different colors, of the original Hubei necklace material, Hubei turquoise in here.
You know what I think's neat is that it dates back to like the 70s.
The 70s, early 80s.
That's really cool. Yeah.
And then they went in there. The original mines are still closed down. There's lots of turquoise there, but they won't let them mine it because it's so. It was just like the Wild West, when they went in there, you had guys mining over other guys, and it really got really crazy.
Unsafe.
And it got unstable, and that's why they closed it down.
Oh, that's too bad because it's beautiful turquoise.
But in Hubei, now they have this huge museum. The government is doing this whole thing. It's amazing on Hubei turquoise.
Oh, maybe someday they'll be able to go